Hi everyone, this is AJ and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my new review for the latest episode of Star Trek Discovery. This is Season 4, Episode 9. So let's just talk about it. Okay, so this episode is titled Rubicon, and it continues off where the last episode left up. Obviously, Book and Tarka are on the run, taking this bomb to blow up the DMA. The Discovery is sent after it, but this time Burnham has Commander Nhan returning, put on board the ship to watch over her and make sure she does everything as she should, because they feel that she's probably too close to the situation, too close to Book, got too much of a personal investment in him, and the same with Saru. So she's there to make sure everything goes as planned and to also take control of the Discovery if needs be, and she has a backup plan as well. So this episode sees the Discovery finding the ship, Book ship, shall we say, and a little craft is sent out with Saru in it, the Doctor, and Lieutenant Reese and Lieutenant Bryce. Yes, so this episode wants to give these two well underdeveloped characters something to do. A little bit to do, just for 5 minutes in the episode. But to be fair, all the characters within this episode seem to get something to do, to be honest. Now, the episode is pretty much action-packed, because there's a bit of a back and forth inside the DMA between the Discovery and Book ship, a little bit of fighting. Not too dissimilar, but nowhere near as good as the Wrath of Khan. It's sort of like in a sort of gas cloud type of a situation, you know what I mean? That's where I'm going with that. But it seems like Book's having more fun with it than anything else, do you know what I mean? Even though they're sort of firing at each other and this sort of nonsense. Anyway, as it goes on, Burnham decides that she figures a way out of it that could benefit everyone, and she talks Book down, but Tarka releases the bomb, it explodes, DMA's disappeared, and this sort of thing. But then, lo and behold, at the end of the episode, a new DMA has appeared in its place. So they've created First Contact, and now they've got to see what the outcome of what they've done is going to be. So yeah, so now normally I'm very critical of this series every week because it is pretty rubbish, to be honest. Now this episode actually had some action in it, actually was a bit more fast paced than anything that's come before, so it was rather interesting to watch in that sense. The only thing I could say is that this episode did highlight the issue with the last episode, because you can actually watch this episode straight after episode 7 and you wouldn't miss nothing, right? Because last week's episode was just complete filler rubbish. Seriously, watch episode 7, watch this episode, and you will not miss anything whatsoever. That's how bad this show is with its writing and these filler episodes that just go nowhere, and it's just dragging this storyline out. Okay, I thought, okay, so they've destroyed the DMA, that looks great. So what's going to happen now? The minute another DMA has appeared in its place, kind of sets the episode back to where we were at the beginning of the episode. You know, it ain't like a fleet and armada of these aliens come through because their DMA's been destroyed or anything like this. No, a new DMA's just put out there. We'll continue with the work we've done. You know, like it's just an inconvenience to them. Obviously, this might change in the next episode, but honestly, with the writing on this show, I very much doubt it. I expect it to just be like, oh, okay, well, there's a DMA there now. We don't know where Book is. So, in reality, this episode probably will end up doing nothing whatsoever for the series at all. But that remains to be seen. This is just me venting and saying what I could see personally happening. But other than that, as an episode on its own, you know, without the big picture, it was a fine episode. It had some tension between some of the crew members, which was great, with Nhan being on board and this sort of a thing. Had some action, had some set pieces. Do you know what I mean? So, all in all, it was a stronger episode than what we've had for some time now, and thusly, yeah, it was okay. It was okay. You know, what can I say? I am very critical because you can't just take one episode and say, yeah, brilliant episode, but the other 16 episodes of this season or 15 episodes of seasons have been rubbish. But you know, one episode has propped it up. That doesn't work. No. You've got to have that over the whole. But as an individual episode, it was okay. It didn't bore me as much as what previous episodes have or anything like this. But the problem is that some of these characters are still so underdeveloped, still so boring, that I don't even know their names, right? I've been watching this series from season 1, season 2, season 3, now into season 4. I've got season 1, 2 and 3 on Blu-ray and everything, and I have to write the damn names down because I cannot remember these characters' names for the life of me. It's not like, you know, after watching Next Generation for a few weeks, blimey, I had all the characters' names here. After watching Deep Space Nine, all here. After watching Voyager, all here. Even though Voyager is my least favourite Star Trek show, not including this era. And even Enterprise, all the characters' names were here. And I can still remember their names. I can still say, oh, that's, you know, Geordie LaForge, that's... Do you know what I mean? Even with... but this series, I have trouble with all their names. And that just goes to show how underdeveloped these characters are within this show. They're not very good. The show isn't particularly great, but, you know, I'm going to stick with it because that's the commitment that I've made. And I'm hoping that, obviously, the show will pick up. Now, again, I'm really looking forward to Strange New Worlds. I'm hoping that'll be a new lease of life for Star Trek on TV. But anyway, this is AJ. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Take care and goodbye. Hit the subscribe button.